Welcome back, Phillies and Genitals, to a Brony Plays Minecraft. We're here in age 66. No, we're not. We're here in Obsidian Plains. It looks like I sped up the video, but actually this part is not sped up. Now, a couple things to notice. First of all, why are we here? To show off the Goggles of Revealing. This is an item I researched and made, and take a look at what's down there. It shows you stuff. I've shown off these things before, these obelisks, but we never were able to really see into them very much and know anything about them. Now, with these Goggles of Revealing, we can. Now, what are the Goggles of Revealing? Well, I researched them a little while back. I didn't show the research because research is boring, as I've discussed before. But they're essentially two thermometers connected by a piece of gold and some leather wrapped around for a strap. And they show you everything the thermometer did, plus in the lower left-hand corner you can see there's an actual numerical value for the the taint and the vis, as well as a percent that I believe shows percent increase and percent decrease. Now, some of you are probably like, what are you about to do? And the answer is, I'm about to put these in here. And some of you might be like, that's a bad idea, and I'm going to do it anyways. And actually, before I do this, I'm going to turn my sound on so you can hear this, because I want to hear it too. So here we go. I'll put some sound up. I'll let you listen. Yeah, I didn't hear much. Oh, we're falling. We're falling. Crap. That's a long way down. That's a very long way down. Yes. Oh, really? My home bed was missing, or it moved so slowly. My home bed was missing or obstructed. So, yeah, turns out that when you open those things, which, by the way, it made a small rumbling noise, but I don't think the video picked it up. Turns out when you open those things, it makes a big, long tube. That kills you. Because it's a long way down. Blah! I mean, that's perfectly fine. Obviously, there must be ways to fly or fall intelligently. And there are. But I don't have them at the moment. This map does not possess sufficient quantities of easily accessible sand or gravel. I mean, it does have sand and gravel somewhere, just not easily accessible stuff. Oh, by the way, since I don't have the Goggles of Revealing anymore, grumble, I have to test things out slowly. And I don't know where it was because I did not record the coordinates of where I died. And apparently my death point isn't on here, and I'm not even sure I died in the world. It's possible I, fell through to an extra-dimensional portal, but I know now afterwards that that's not what happened. I did die within the world, I just didn't have my death point set up. But I didn't know that at the time, so now we get to watch me stumble through this. So let's speed that up a bit, shall we? We're running around so quickly. Here we are. Just test it out. Yep, indeed, that is the way down. And, slimes. Haha, I shall not knock you down into the thing. No, not at all, because A, you're too clever for me, and B, you're far too clever for me. Also, you're really annoying and hard to hit, and yeah. So, take a guess. What do we need to do to get down this obelisk? I don't know. Maybe fly and not fall damage, die or something? I mean, there are other ways to do it. We could get sand or gravel, as I mentioned earlier, or I guess water. But I didn't think about any of that at the time because I'm an idiot, and I was being attacked by slimes. So, yeah. And I was like, oh man, if I could figure this out real quick, just really, really quick, I could totally get down there, dude. But then I did not figure it out that quickly, and I ran out of food, hunger bar, and I'm like, ugh. So yeah. Luckily, I can walk faster than slimes, so I decided to walk back to base, picking up some stuff along the way. Moral of the story, be safe, don't fall down giant holes. Yeah, that sucks. Also, by the way, you'll see there's a couple extra waypoints on here. That's because this world is decaying. I'm not going to show that. I've shown that already, but yeah. So the world's falling apart. That kind of sucks. Anyways, where are we going to go from here? Well, we're going to start by recovering stuff and making an omelet. And it's a good question. Let's see, what's first? First is this omelet. I'm hungry. And also, we need to find some apples. Let's eat. So the first thing we're going to do is make some food, and then we're going to make some goggles of revealing, because they're the most valuable things I lost in front of the Philosopher's Stone. I keep saying after, but it's not. It's in front of the Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's Stone uses some glowstone, some redstone, and great, that's nice, and a diamond. Okay, that's expensive. But the goggles of revealing used 4 pieces of gold, which is 2,000 more EMC than a diamond, not to mention the V's crystals. So, yeah. Now, before we get started on that, I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the cool things that I've added to my little setup over here, and I've worked on them since then. First thing here is this Arcane Bellows, which improves the efficiency and speed of anything it's attached to. Right now it's attached to my crucible, so I get things smelted a little bit faster. I think I get a little bit extra stuff, too. Next to it, I've got the big tank I showed you, but there's also this green crystal thing, which is the V's condenser, which if you put in a regular V's crystal, or any crystal, it will take V's from the air and put it into a tank, or conduit, or other device, which I did not understand at first, so I've messed it up. And then there's this thing, which is really cool. That's the V's crystallizer that takes a depleted crystal and will recharge it using V's to make other crystals, which is pretty cool. So, time for the speed up part. And we're going to go ahead and make the goggles of revealing. Now the goggles of revealing take a lot of EMC, as you probably guessed. In fact, so much so that it's just ridiculous how much. I need to have like 5 gold pieces. What do I need these 5 gold pieces for? Well, the goggles of revealing have themselves a piece of gold in the middle, but they also have 2 thermometers. In fact, yeah, I'm pulling out the old axe for this part. 2 thermometers. 2 thermometers. Okay, that doesn't sound like a big deal. And I didn't think it was a big deal at first, but it is. It's a taint detector plus a V's detector. Each taint detector, of course, is a taint crystal, a compass, and gold. And the same for a V's detector, only it's a V's crystal. So for each thermometer, I need 2 pieces of gold, 2 compasses, a taint, and a V's crystal. Not to mention, yeah, and 1 of each other crystal. So I need 1 of every crystal, 2 pieces of gold, and 2 compasses, which is iron and redstone. And redstone's not too bad, but iron's kind of expensive. Great. So there's all that. I've got the iron over to the left, but I need 5 pieces of gold because I need 2 pieces of gold for each thermometer, and I need 2 thermometers. So yeah, that's a fair bit of gold. So I went ahead and cut down the forest. That's what it's good for. I checked the magma crucible at some point. It's like I said last video, it produces stuff, but it takes all day to do it. If you've got the time for that, great. I'm not sure that it's worthwhile, though. And I don't know. You can figure that one out. I don't actually have enough of the iron here. You'll see in a moment. I only have enough for 1 thermometer, so I had to go make some extra. So these goggles of revealing are pretty expensive. I mean a Thaumcraft item, of course. They don't have an EMC value, which is a little annoying, but whatever. Here's the recipe, as I've said before. Not to mention the 3 little pieces of leather around to make a leather strap. Now once we get the goggles of revealing, I think we'll go ahead and show off the age that I used to get all of these crystals from, the one that I was mining from. And we'll show this age, and it will be very fantastic and fantabulous. So here we go, the basic materials for our first thermometer. I looked at the crystallizer there for a moment, put them in here. Here we go, compasses, boom. We're going to run out of these probably, but we got a depleted crystal, which is good. We can take that depleted crystal and do stuff with it. What can we do? We can put it in the crystallizer. Now the V's detectors don't stack, but hey, whatever. This thing is really dark because it's almost done, by the way. It works best by moonlight, and it works best on like full moon, I think. It depends on the phase of the moon. But it doesn't, I don't like it. It works best, but it takes taint from your atmosphere. I mean, it takes V's from your atmosphere. It will be useful if I can ever manage to research the right thing that makes stuff use taint instead. I believe it's the Concentrated Evil upgrade. If you apply that upgrade to the condenser, it will absorb taint out of the atmosphere to produce a tainted crystal, which I would much rather have than a V's one. So, yeah, that's a thing. On the other hand, if you're trying to get a taint infection, a condenser is a pretty good place to start. Not a condenser, and then also just toss stuff up into a filter and put more taint in and take V's out. Those are both good ways to do it. Yes, indeed. So, let's go ahead and cut to the part where we get the goggles, shall we? Now, I said I was going to cut to the goggles, but I forgot I wanted to show off the thalmic crystallizer, or V's crystallizer, whatever, the thalmic crystallizer, I think. So here's some depleted crystals. Watch, we'll stick them in the center there. And it has this nice graphic. And on the side, on the lower left, you can see there's a little bar that's decreasing. As it eats V's, it will slowly decrease that bar until it produces a crystal. And it will go in one of those 6 slots. You can't predict exactly which crystal you're going to get ahead of time, which is a shame, but it's something, I guess. Anyways, we need a little bit more gold, and we should be good. And here we go. One more gold after I had to sit and wait for a little bit, do a little bit more research. So there we go. Our goggles are revealing. They have been revealed. Oh yeah, and you can see now that as we look around at things, we get a little bar that comes up in front of us, a little display that tells us information about, gives us numerical information about the amount of V's and taint inside each thing here. No longer do we have to click on stuff, no longer do we have to have our screen cluttered up. We can see that the thalmic crystallizer has been working nicely, and we see that a lot of these devices don't have any taint or V's stored in them. They're just using taint and V's that's been put in them, or, well, that's been stored somewhere else. So, these goggles are really helpful for that. In the meantime, I need to make a diamond for something or other. It's a thing I need a diamond for. Actually, I'm going to want several diamonds, because if I want to get down to the center of the obelisk, I want to do so in style. I do not want to be going down with lots of sand, or water, or gravel. No, I want to go down in style. I might still go down in sand or water or gravel off screen or something, but on screen, we need to be able to fly. And so I need some diamonds for that. I could also do some research. Now, Thaumcraft obviously would not include this thing if there was no way to fly in here, I'm pretty sure. So there's something called the Sword of the Zephyr. I've looked it up. And you can use it to fly in Thaumcraft. It's not very good flying, but it works. And it reduces fall damage, or negates fall damage. Yeah, it negates fall damage when you use the fly function. Not like if you're just falling, but when you use the fly function, it negates fall damage. So, that's a thing. So I either need to do research, or I need to get some way of flying. There are several ways of flying, of course. There's the good old rubber boots jetpack option from IC2, or alternatively you could, yeah, there's not enough lava in there. See how slow it is. Or you could just get like a quantum suit, but those are very expensive, requiring lots of diamonds, so I'm going to try flying instead. Now, you'll probably wonder why I teleported down here. That's a good question. In order to fly, we're going to need lots of minerals and nutrients and stuff. Minerals and nutrients. What the hell am I talking about? In order to fly, you're going to need lots of EMC because, you know, dark matter and for Swift Wolf's rending gale, which is what I'm going for. So lots of EMC needed. So I built this world for that. No, well, that's not true. I built this world for other stuff, mostly for collecting V's crystals and for collecting brains and stuff from zombies. It's not a cave world, so it's not ideal. Like, the ideal setting is a bright cave world, but that's not what this is. So yeah, take that, me. Anyways, yeah, that's the thing. That's what's going on. And I lost my train of thought. It's nighttime. Zombies. Zombies. Killing zombies. So yeah, that's this world. You'll see that they've included glowstone crystals, partly because I think they're just cool looking. And you've got a world that is going to be mostly, that I want it to be dark, but I still want there to be light sources here and there, and it looks cool. It's a nice, easy to get source of glowstone. It's faster than the energy collector if I need glowstone. And that brings me to my last and final point of the video, which is this is the end of the first season of Texky. Texky? Texky. Will there be a second season? I don't know. It doesn't seem very likely. I've been playing a lot of it today since I filmed this stuff, but let's look at this objectively. Texky has not been super popular. None of my Minecraft videos are super popular, really. But Texky hasn't been super popular. I think it's about time to change. One season is enough. One season is plenty enough. So if it comes back in a second season, I am going to bring it back with different rules. And that is that I'm no longer going to limit myself only to what's on the island, on the skyblock. I mean, that'll still be my home and stuff, but I am also probably going to move down here to some extent. I will allow myself to go mining for real things. I probably won't use a quarry, but I did some work on an arcane boar today because it's cool. It's also a lot faster than a quarry, and it's a lot cooler, even though it is possibly more expensive. So that's going to be fun, and I'm going to let myself go ahead and use those things. I probably won't abuse them just because, you know, that's the way it works. I don't want to abuse them. And the next thing I was thinking of doing anyways was continuing my studies of Thaumcraft from Feed the Beast. I don't know if that'll be any more popular than this, but hey, it'll be more fun. More fun? Less fun? It probably won't be any more fun. The research aspect is still there. Do you like research? Maybe. I kind of do to some extent. Mostly, I want to have a giant library full of essences. Duncan from the Yogscast has one, and I got a little bit, I got a little envious. And I also think he didn't do it very well. I don't know if I would do it any better, though. He's got the, thinking part on his side where he can figure out, oh, I need it to look like this, and all that. So, anyways, that's that, and I'm killing zombies. Most of the rest of the footage was just going to be about research and me killing zombies, so I'm going to cut it off. And I don't know what the next one will be. Like I said, I think it'll be a Feed the Beast thing. Maybe I'll make it, well, okay, I could make it hardcore, but that'd be kind of silly, wouldn't it? It'd be a little bit. I don't know. It still sounds fun. So anyways, whatever is up next, it's been a interesting ride, playing on Skyblock and having to work with these limitations. And until next time I see you guys, keep on trotting.